Hello and welcome. I'm Lewis Nichols, and I've got a few thoughts on teleport circles. We're going to keep this short, but longer than a short, but still not very long. So we better get into it. The spell reads, more or less, as you cast the spell, you draw a 10-foot diameter circle on the ground inscribed with sigils that link your location to a permanent teleport circle of your choice whose sigil sequence you know. Same plane, shimmering portal. Any creature that enters the portal instantly poofy. Here we go. Many major temples, guilds, and other important places have permanent teleportation circles inscribed somewhere within their confines. Each such circle includes a unique sigil sequence, a string of magical runes arranged in a particular pattern. When you first gain the ability to cast this spell, you learn the sigil sequence for 2 destinations on the material plane determined by the GM. You can learn additional sigil sequences during your adventures. You can create a permanent teleportation circle by casting the spell in the same location every day for a year. Oh, there's so much to work with here. I don't know if you know, but my game world has recently undergone an event that wrecked pretty much every teleport circle in existence. Great place for a fresh start. So, let's start at the end. And that thing about 365 days. Ooh, that's a lot. But I kind of like it. I also like the idea of a wish blasting right through that. Not that everyone, or even most people, who can cast Teleport Circle have access to a wish. I could see other methods to cut down that time, but I think that setting up a new destination, it should be a big deal. Otherwise, there are going to be circles everywhere. That said, there might be methods of knocking down a 365 to, say, 100. Also, what if your year isn't 365 days? Mine are 360. Do I change it to 360? What are you going to do with that? It's completely up to you. I should also point out, I'm okay with the idea that you get a couple of locations upon learning the spell. There is a pervasive idea in D&D, and a lot of other games too, that there's knowledge just floating around in the ether. You can just pluck it out at certain times as a magic user. I would make them coordinates to locations that the caster has already used, or that they have some reason to be very familiar with. It could also just be something that you as the DM want to reveal. It should never be a random chance that includes places the DM doesn't want them to have easy access to. Now, on to our main point. There is a line in the rules as written that I left out earlier. You can commit a new sigil sequence to memory after studying it for 1 minute. So let's nerf that a little bit and limit it to 1 location known per spellcasting bonus. So you got a 20 intelligence as a wizard. You can know 5 locations just off the top of your head. Now that doesn't mean that you can't have possession of more. You just got to write that stuff down. Now why are we doing this? First of all, it's a big world. There might be hundreds or thousands of these locations about. I know there's a lot of different kinds of game worlds, but we're talking worldwide. Number 2, this is an opportunity. These locations are treasure, both random and planned. These locations are part of adventuring plots and mysteries just waiting to be solved. You might find a location scrawled on a scroll, in a chest in some ancient dungeon. You might find a whole list of them scribbled in the back of a wizard spellbook. You might buy them. You may get one for service to a temple or a merchant's guild. There's not much left the 5e developers haven't thought of yet, but I feel like this is a obvious and natural factor in high dev game settings. If you use this idea, tell your players or audience about my channel. If you think it's dumb, blast me in the comments. If it's something that you can use, have I sparked an idea? Yeah, come on, just one. I thought so. I am glad that each and every one of you stopped in today. I love you all very much. I appreciate your existence. You can sub, you can leave a comment, you can do all the good stuff. But even if you do none of that, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful rest of the day. Cheers. Whoa, whoa, just kidding. I had one more thought after the completion of recording this thing. If you have teleport circles around, they're probably going to be there when the characters aren't even close to being able to cast the spell. So just take that into account when you're developing your towns and cities. Where are the teleport circles? Where are you going to let your adventurers travel?